Instead of violence, we're seeing unity, at least here where I am. I want to show you the intersection of where George Floyd had that horrific encounter with police. We're seeing more and more people gathering, and we're seeing even police officers here who are interacting with members of the community who are coming to pray, just to hold each other, to encourage each other. And the goal here is that the focus goes back to George Floyd instead of the violence. After another night of protest and unrest in cities across the country, with incidents of violence in cities from New York to Los Angeles, this morning officials are saying the country has work to do on the issues of racism and policing.
We have deep work to do to address the systemic racism that exists in our community.
The protests are understandable, the anger and the frustration. My fear is that the message and the need for change will get lost in the destruction.
The protest started in Minneapolis and then spread nationally, all sparked by the killing of 46-year-old George Floyd, who died in police custody, pleading for his life as an officer kneeled on his neck. At least 40 cities have enacted nighttime curfews, and more than a dozen states have deployed the National Guard.
Get in the hill!
But not all demonstrations have been violent. In Minneapolis last night, demonstrators gathering at the intersection where Floyd encountered police to remember him. The Minneapolis police chief also taking a knee at the site and acknowledging the police need to do better.
Our community members need to know that the men and women that put this badge on, that they are doing so in service to them, and they should not have to doubt the integrity and if they're going to be treated in a compassionate and professional way.
And the police chief also saying that all four of those officers bear the same responsibility. Of course, many of the protesters here want to see criminal charges for all four of those officers. Reporting in Minneapolis, I'm Camila Bernal. Back to you.